Tonight on Hipstar Tonight, now available on iTunes. Purchase our merchandise by visiting hipstar.ca and the original 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK.com for cheap, affordable rides in the GTA. Cheaper than Uber. Contact GooberRides.com. Please send donations for the wrestling veterans that need your help to the Heart and Soul Foundation. It is tonight. Tonight on Hipstar Tonight.
Don't ask me to open the show. You know I don't.
Monday, July 31st, 2017. I had to start the week off with a show. I had to do it. The partner has been away for a week, so I told her I would see her when she came back. That's today, but I'm flaking out so I can get this show done, because it needs to be. Wanted to mention my dedication, bragging rights, and she doesn't listen to the show anyways, so. Wrestling wrestles. Some may believe the better wrestling is televised, but when it's not known about, tucked away at the Rock Pile or Lee's Palace, you'd only know about it if you were invited to a Bookface event or saw a poster walking down the street. It's a completely diverse experiment to run one of these shows. Almost as different as trying on the professional product, but essentially the same concept. Even running the dingy, dark venued shows, it's not that easy. We have to give some credit to even these inexperienced internet marks who can find an easy venue and some stoner that's really good at graphic design. We have to. The party itself isn't hard. But then you know what else is not that difficult, Jay? Maintaining a positive image of yourself, to yourself and others. Everyone thinks they're the best, but who else out there does? Who else thinks you're good as well? How do people describe you when they're bringing you up in a story and someone's like, I'm not sure if I've met that guy. What does he look like? Is your description, I'm an asshole?
Yeah, not at all. I believe that I get to break into something that's happened to me this past weekend. This is the first time in a long time where my phone or my text message hasn't been working in 3 days. All my friends have evacuated, have left me. My birthday's coming up, and even when it comes down to the wrestling business, you know, I like to thank that Goober Ride sponsor that you got. Soul Man and myself went down to the last WWE show at the Joe Louis Arena.
Oh, good.
And even there, like, it was nice to see Ty Dillinger and Johnny Devine. I even got a chance to sit down with Chris Jericho.
Wow.
And
look at that.
They will only let us into the lobby area.
You couldn't get past the lobby? Oh, that's the toughest level.
Nobody fucking is talking to me. Ty Dillinger just walks by, you know, and even these other shows that you're talking about, how can I get my confidence level up at even on an indie show when the same promoter that ran Hogtown into the fucking dirt is teamed with somebody else and won't hire me, yet we'll run the same day at the Rock Pile because we all know that the Rock Pile is a free venue. I hate to drop the 411 on air.
Oh, we know it by now.
But while you're
and if
running
you
the
don't,
same day as the
shame
Joe
on you.
Louis Arena, and while you're running the same day as Cody Rhodes and Hamilton, and you're going to fucking look at me and say that I'm the problem? I don't think so, guy.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
don't fucking think so.
What's really the problem here? The priority. That's what I'm trying to describe. Well, what are you like?
Drove me fucking nuts all weekend long. Without my phone ringing, I've just suntanned myself to death.
Good.
And I've been doing old school workouts, running along the parkway with my shirt off.
Perfect.
And old school push-ups because I can't afford to go to a fucking gym.
Yeah,
so this is what the wrestling business and all my friends have done to me. Thank you.
Doesn't sound that bad, actually. Kind of sounds like you got your head on straight. Something that you might be overdue for.
Kind of like another guy said to me today, but it's very depressing. And when you get in that state of mind, have you ever laid there when you knew you were getting over at a show, Hipster? Let me ask you. I'll put you in the position of when you knew you were getting over, the height of PWA Niagara, and you knew you were the most over babyface in the company. At some point, you had to have that alone time. At some point, you had to lay in bed at night and think to myself, how can I stay on top? And when you feel it gripping away, it's not a good fucking feeling. Look at some of these people that lost their whole careers. Bob Jalapeno, fucking Body Count, fucking all of these guys have withered away and they can't stay the fuck away from the business. They're still on Facebook posting shit.
Yeah, does that worry you, though? Do you think about that? Does that really keep you up at night? Is that your main concern, is to be the best? Do you have to be on top?
By next Monday, I'll be 42 years old. I should have fucking left this business 10 years ago. I shouldn't have even been in this 10 years ago. I should have been fucking... What was I thinking? I spent too long doing wrestling at too old of an age. It ruined my whole fucking life.
Maybe at that age when you thought you should have been doing something responsible, but if you would have not pursued that, then where would have your stories have gone? Would you have had the same fulfilling experiences? Is it worth it?
The people that I idolized in the indie business were people like Danger Boy Derek Wild. And I would look at him today and I see he has a nice house and cars and he's all set. And I look at myself and I'm like, I will never be at that level.
You eventually get it, man.
Showtime Eric Young, nor will I be at the level of a Ty Dillinger. Somehow in life, I fucking failed.
You're comparing yourself to others, but that's not you. Okay? Just because you've seen that one example, that's not you, man. All right? So it takes others longer times.
No, man.
Maybe it takes you longer. Why are you so hung up on how other people live? You're exactly like you're acting like Davin. You're letting others affect you, and you let your anger and your bitterness get ahead of you. Well, what does it matter? Come on, you're better than that.
Listen, Davin's got a TV contract and I don't. I ran Rogers right to fucking fade to black. Nothing in garbage. They won't even show basketball high school games on there. Like, it's become an embarrassment. My whole fucking career has become an embarrassment. Yeah, as manager, champions and shit. But where do you go after that? Like, there's nowhere to go. Like, you can only push as manager gimmick for so fucking long.
Yeah, well, maybe...
Like, it's got no end to it. I've been doing it 12 fucking years. Same fur coat that I started when I managed Randy Vaughn in the fucking...
I want to ask you this.
Fucking Knights of Columbus.
Why are you letting yourself burn out? Well, then why are you talking about, I've been doing this for 12 years. Why are you stopping now? You know, like, people take forever.
I can't compete with the new talent. I can't compete with the Will Whites. I can't compete with the Matthew Grants, the Rip Impact, the fucking, the list goes on. I just can't fucking do it anymore.
Who says you can't compete with them? Think of it this way.
I worked last week over the Crossfire. The ring's too high. The ropes are fucking too hard to get into.
That's the death trap.
Everything is awkward, and, you know, I'm trying to do the runaround spot around, when I get to the outside. You know, the babyface chases me because I ran some heat in, and they do the old fucking run around the ring. Okay. It's a 20-foot fucking ring, and I'm tired of this shit. I'm not doing this shit and get blown up anymore for be some mark on Facebook. I don't want to do it. I mean, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Facebook, it's for fucking Facebook.
It's only a new part. It's only one new part of wrestling, man. Just think, you say you can't compete with them, but it's such a small part to it. And there's maybe there's something, and you know there's something that you can teach them. You know, these kids that you're so fucking afraid of, they're teaching themselves. They have no clue. Why can't you just fucking offer some insight instead of trying to drive it for me, for myself? You know, why can't you go and team with Matthew Grant?
Everybody runs to Santino Marella. Everybody runs to Scott D'Amore.
Well,
those are the people that the people think that they have to go to. Yeah. Santino won't talk to me. Scott D'Amore won't look at me. You know, and it just seems like if you can't get past that,
who cares?
Even Chris LaPlante is upset over a podcast that fires me. So, like, I lose my, like, you know, a guy like Prieston is firing me, basically. A guy like Frank Newman. Like, this is not...
That's also the guys you choose to work for.
Good for my mindset. What like Terry Funk is. Like, this is what happened to Terry Funk. He burned her down.
He did, but you know what?
Well,
he still...
I got nowhere to work, Hipstar. They're all younger. I'm not the fraternity. I'm not fucking, like, look at me.
You are a young boy at heart, with the outside appearance of a Terry Funk. Terry was just always sad and meaningful. He always was very empathetic. And if you fired him, he would still come back for you if he invited you again in 2 years. So, do you want to live like that kind of person? Do you? Do you want to become better?
Before I go on, I need to talk about 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK.
You get so worked up. Worked up over what?
I was in a store today.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I seen it.
Congratulations.
Listen, please. I was in a fucking mall today, Kingston.
Yeah.
And I almost marked out and bought needed some uplifting. And a lot of times I like to walk around like I'm fucking X-Pac, like just that coolness. You know what I mean? Have you ever done that? Like, you become a mark for some wrestler secretly, and you.
When I'm walking
down,
walk around
I
do the Dean Malenko where
Anyways, I seen these DX shirts.
Okay.
I seen these DX shirts at this mall today. I went to actually purchase one to pretend I was X-Pac to bring my spirits up.
Of course, yeah. And I feel better, yeah.
It was $30, and I'm thinking, listen, over at 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK, the original 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK.com, we're not selling shirts for $30.
No.
but I think Hipstar that it's now time to forget about the coupons and reducing the price. We should be selling our shit for $30. Like, my career is ending, and fucking, if we're gonna put up these indie shirts, you know, and I've gotten lately some black market Space Monkey shirts that I'm gonna put up there. Like, I hope he doesn't find out, but I've got 5 new Space Monkey shirts that I made on my own. You know, and I'm going to be making money off of his name. So over at 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK, the original 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK.com. They come in red, white, and blue, just for you, $30.99.
Wow.
All the information at hipstar.ca.
Well, I didn't know that on hipstar.ca that our T-shirts are sold in U.S. currency. So when Canadians try to buy it, it's that much more plus shipping, and it ends up being $30. So I apologize for that. I will find a better carrier, but they happen to be a sponsor of the show, so we gotta see what we can do there.
Yeah, a lot of the fans have been writing in over at infamousjmore@hotmail.com.
Thank you.
Complaining maybe that we need a point system, like if you get so many points that they can get something free over at 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK, but, you know, like I don't want to be giving away dog chains and shit like this. Like,
no,
you know,
dog tags and
I don't know. Maybe it's something we got to talk about.
Some little beer cozies. No, we're not going to be that. But you know, the company's going towards that. But we're controlling it and veering it in a direction that's meant to be good. It's meant to be a good place. We're headed towards a good place. That's where we're headed. And then Bernadette wanted to be on. She had some heat with Lucha Tio, and then eventually she went back. She did the show on Sunday, and of course she was there after like a hiatus.
What's going on?
And started like liking everything online, and then she shows up and she makes a big deal because Carter Mason goes up to her and be like, "Warhead wants his venue back," and she flipped and even went to the promoter and tried to fucking get him in trouble, and she was like really worked up about it. Got Davin on her back. He's fucking doing statuses, and he's like, "Who's the fuck is Carter Mason?" Well, I don't know. He's one of the most used guys in Ontario. Like, where the fuck have you been, bud?
He's one of the best in Ontario.
What an idiot.
You know what?
So
just
dumb.
for saying that, Davin, I'm going to slap you upside your face. Carter Mason's one of the best.
Yeah,
fucking
right?
Idiot.
He's hilarious.
Who cares about the fucking venue? Whose venues is it anyways? Is it Warhead's or what? Warhead's the only one that booked me out of there, so that's the only person I'm supporting. So fuck Davin and his bullshit, and even anybody else coming in there. Like,
careful.
Lucha Tio doesn't fucking look at me, and I'm sitting there doing commentary for them free.
Yeah, well,
fuck.
Careful,
Come
because
on, guys.
things gonna go down.
You're ruining the fucking territory.
Well, they're all ruining the territory. This Rockpile Wars has just been selfish work, as is war. War isn't selfish, honestly. But it's hilarious to watch. These guys are so foolish.
Exactly what I didn't want to see. The fans are now attacking the wrestlers who just wanted to work for promoter A or promoter B or make some money out on the fucking road.
Yeah.
This is something that Carter Mason does for a living. And when the fans are now accusing the wrestlers, accusing the talent of hostage and taking over their venue, it's a fucking disgrace.
It is,
and a black eye on Ontario.
What have we come to? Oh, how are you acting? What age are you acting like? Oh, yikes. It's mine. No, it's mine. No, it's mine. Boys, kids,
I mean,
kids.
This is Davin. He's like a little fucking penis. Like, just a little fuck. Like, we should not be talking. Davin should be doing zero business in that place at this point.
He really should, but we've been saying that from the start. We're eventually going to get there. Like I said, we're heading towards a good direction, to good things. That's exactly what we want for a Monday, right?
Well, over a promoter's own selfish greed, make a few dollars and mark out for his favorite wrestlers.
Watch
the livelihood and the fucking emotional fucking like divorces and everything else. This was the shit you caught.
Watch them
and just embarrassed all of us that you're in Ontario. Thank you.
Just blow up, but into pieces, destruction. Tonight on his